This is speaking maths test of the International English Language. Testing systems carried out online by students from the Técnica del Norte University. The candidate is Jesse Campoverde. The examiner is Mikey Lema. Good afternoon. My name is Mikey Lema. Would you please tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Campoverde.
Can I say your identifications, please?
Yes, of course. Here.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, first part. We can now get started with the first part of the exam. In the first part, I will ask you some personal questions. First, I'd like to ask you about music.
Well, I enjoy all kinds of music, but it's difficult to answer that question because I like to sing and dance. And there are different music for dancing and singing respectively.
Okay, what kind of music do you dislike?
I don't know. I don't like reggaeton sometimes because its lyrics attack women a lot, that denigrate and offend them with very explicit lyrics.
Okay, how often do you listen music?
I listen to music all the time while doing my daily activities.
Okay, how does music make you feel?
Music always changes my mood. I am a person who greatly values of the art, the music.
Okay, can you play a music instrument?
I play the flute, melodica, and the drum. To be honest, I learned to play these instruments while at school. I'm from a humble family, and they could not pay of courses to learn to play other instruments.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, second part. Now we can move on to the second part of the exam. I think second part I am going to give you topic and you should take about it for 2 minutes. Before that, you have minutes of digging about what you're going to say and you can make some notes call to help you if you wish. Do you understand? Okay, Mr. Jesse, do you have type paper to take notes?
Yes, I hear.
Okay, so you should take about an interesting conversations you had with someone. And now you have 1 minute of to think about this topic and your 1 minute start now.
Okay.
Okay, now your minutes is over and you may take about this topic for 2 minutes, but do not worry, I've told you. You can start talking now.
Okay. Well, I remember that I had a very interesting conversation with a very special friend. Your name is Michael. And what made him special is that I really liked him. And anything I talked to him about was interesting to me. Well, I remember when we were getting to know each other, and he was very interested in my career and my studies, and it was incredible to him that taught classes. The conversation was exactly about how I felt as a teacher and how I managed to teach English because the language was very difficult for him, and he liked that. Anyway, time passed, and our relationship did not work out. And currently, we are not even friends because of things that happened. But I remember him with great affection.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, dear parts. Now we can move up to tier part of the exam. There we go. So I think second part with have talking about on interesting conversations you had with someone. And now in the part 3, I want to ask some questions relating to topics. What is the best job to have in a restaurant?
It's an interesting question. I think the best job will be to be a chef because I like it to cook a little, and how nice to will be to a professionally.
Okay. Do you think restaurant should pay higher salaries to their employees?
Yes, because well, if we talk about large companies or brands, they must pay workers according to law. But there are a small business that might not be able to pay what each worker deserves.
Okay. Is difficult to get a job in a restaurant in your country?
Really, I don't know. I think it's difficult, but sometimes many people need more work. There are no jobs there, but that's why there are many food business.
Okay. Why is it more common to see young people working in restaurants?
because you do not have work experience and you do not need previous studies.
Okay, do you think it's unfair to the employer since if a restaurant stays open very late?
I believe that employees work to make the restaurant work. So if there is any error, the responsibility will be in employees themselves.
Okay, thank you very much. What is a feedback? Um, Excellent job, Jesse. Your performance during the speakings was really impressive. Your pronunciations was clear and flawless for the most part, which made it easy to understand your ideas. In addition, I noticed that you used a variety of vocabulary and expressions with confidence, which enriches your answer. However, there were a few moments when I noticed that your pronunciations could be slightly improved. Expression of one more complicates words, although this did not significantly affect comprehensions. Working in the car helped you to further one your language skills. Otherwise, it's one's excellence preference.
Thank you.
Grade is 9.
Okay, thank you. The speaking mock test of the International English Language testing system that is carried out online by students from the Técnica del Norte University. The candidate is Malquilema. The examiner is Jessica Campoverde. Good afternoon, my name is Jessica Campoverde. Will you tell me please your full name?
My full name is Malquilema.
Can I see your identification, please?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. We can now get started with the first part of the exam. In the first part, I will ask you some personal questions. First, I'd like to ask you about travel. Mr. Lema, do you like to travel?
Traveling not just be a hobby for me. It's a passion, whether it's exploring the 13 streets of Tokyo or virtual tourism, discovering in landscapes on Patagonia. I am addicted to discovering new places and cultures the process of embarking on journeys, filming with the sensing adventures at wonder.
What kind of places you have visited?
I have traveled to beautiful places. My experience covered a wide range of the destinations. I have gone into the hair of ancient cities like Rome and marveled at the architectural wonder of places like Bangladesh. I love the culture.
What is the best place you have ever visited?
Silence of the best places doubting that given the will of virtual destinations at my disposal. However, if I were to choose, the pristine natural landscapes of New Zealand never fail to leave me in awe.
Which place would you like to visit?
Many destinations on my bucket list, Japan holds a special charm. The display of Asian traditions on cutting-edge technologies, the vibrant street life of Tokyo, the soaring temples of Kyoto, and natural beautiful place like Mount Fuji.
Who do you like usually to travel with?
I traveled to world alone, but I appreciated interactions with those who share their travel experience with me.
Okay, now we can move on to the second part of the exam. In the second part, I'm going to give you a topic and you should check out if you're 2 minutes. Before that, you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say and you can make some notes to help you if you wish to understand. Mr. Lema, do you have the paper to take notes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, you should tell you about a book that you read. Now you have 1 minute to think about this topic. Mr. Lema, your minute starts now.
Okay.
Okay, the time is over, Mr. Lema. So now continue, please. You have 1 minute to explain your answer. And you can start talking now.
Okay. The book I am going to describe is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I read about 3 years ago, at the time when I was looking to delve deeper into Latin American literature. The novel tells the story of the good days family into fictional towns of Macon, explaining generations America via love, war, tragedy, and solitude. I was deeply struck by the resonance of the characters, the complexity of their relation, and the way the story tackles universal themes, such as memory, time, and the search for identity.
Thank you very much. Now we can move on to the third part of the exam. Here we go. So in the second part, we're talking about a book that you read. And now in the part 3, I want to ask you some questions related to this topic. Mr. Lema, is eating popular in your country?
Ecuador eating was credible popularity to contribute our rich culinary traditions influenced by its diversity, geography, and cultural heritage.
What type of restaurants are most popular in your country?
In Ecuador, restaurants that serve traditional Ecuadorian cuisine reigns supreme in popularity. These establishments offer a wide ranges of dishes representing the country's culinary diversity.
Why do you think some people prefer to eat out?
There are several reasons why people prefer to eat out in Ecuador. Firstly, it's a way to enjoy the vibrant flavors Ecuadorian cuisine's way to hardly of cooking at home.
Is eating out more popular in your country now than it was in the past?
Yes, eating out has become increasingly popular in Ecuador compared to the past. These trends can be attributed to various factors, including economic developments, urbanization, and changes in lifestyles preference.
Many people think that it's unhealthy to eat out regularly. Do you agree with that?
Why is that true? That some restaurant dishes can be high in calories, fat, and sodium, leading to potential health concerns. I don't believe that eating out regularly is inherently unhealthy. In Ecuador, many restaurants offer a variety of nutritious options made with fresh, locally sourced ingredients.
Okay, very good. Okay, now let's get started with the feedback part. First, I want to tell you about the first criteria and also speak in which is your fluency and coherence. Well, Mr. Lema, you had a great performance with few errors. And we can now move on to the next criteria, which is the lexical resource in your vocabulary. You have an excellent vocabulary. Now, to tell you about your grammatical range and accuracy. The next criteria, use grammatical tenses very well. Finally, to tell you about your pronunciation. You have excellent pronunciation. So, because of all things I mentioned, you get 9 in today's speaking mock test. Thank you.
Thank you.